Stirring the coffee with chopsticks, using the vortex method, the only true way to optimize the taste of your coffee. At the molecular level. Good morning. Welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Fantastic. Ethiopian. I roasted this coffee, let it sit for 2 days, ground it this morning, steeped it for 9 minutes in the French press. What I put in it was some hot cream that I heat up and a little bit of brown sugar. Unbelievable. Always better with the vortex method. Always better in the unstuck coffee mug. Always. Wow. This is why I do what I do right here. This is my reason right here. Oh man, that went down so fast. Oh, so good. So good. Pardon me while I have a caffeine-gasm on camera. Want more hoops to jump through for a mediocre relationship with an entitled woman? Try dating Christian women. She doesn't want just any man. She wants a man of God. Who do I blame for this? I blame evangelical and Pentecostal pastors, women teachers, and women authors for these train wrecks. Christian women don't realize that the reason why Christian men want nothing to do with them is they're Christian women. Look at 99% of their social media posts. This is not a graceful woman at all. It's a damn lifetime of epiphanies, and this time I'm doing it right. Oh Lord, just watching these train wrecks. It used to be entertaining, now it's just tiring. Can men and women be friends? I took a poll. 25% said yes, 55% said no, 20% said Nibiru. Your results will never change unless your habits change. From the movie The Mighty Max, which I highly recommend. Max as in M-A-C-S. It's about a women's basketball team in a college that's near me here in Philadelphia. Someone asked, aren't actors just egomaniacs thinking only of themselves and running around and sleeping with each other? I replied with an emphatic no. Sometimes they just walk. Some people deliver death like Domino's delivers pizza. Did you ever notice some people? Their friends look like death warmed over. They look like death warmed over. When they bring new friends in, they can't invite someone who's healthy and has positive habits. Everyone looks like they're in hospice. Everybody. And everything they touch turns to dead. Plants, animals, people. Stay away. If you ever sat in my chair, my chill chair, and I groomed you up, please go to Yelp and give me a shout. I've neglected encouraging people to do this, and it's very important for somebody in the service industry to have good reviews. If you've sat in my chair and haven't written a shout out, some kind of positive review, I think I've only had one negative review. Go there and do it. I used to get, right now, I would say 90% of my guests come from the YouTube channel. It used to be, and now it kind of flip-flopped. It used to be that 10% came from YouTube, now 90%. It used to be that 90% came from my online reviews where I was cutting hair. People would say, oh my God, these people are raving about this man's services. I need to be there. And that was documented by the receptionist where I was working, who would always ask, how did you hear about George? And they would say, oh, I read the reviews on Yelp and I just had to be here. Or I read the reviews on Google, Facebook, or whatever. So that is kind of like the lifeblood of the referral system in the service industry. Don't forget, I'm in the service industry. People who are, the root word in the word service is serve. That's what I do for a living. I serve people. I roll my sleeves up and I work to make you look magnificent. I detail you like a Ferrari. Nothing gets overlooked. And it's a difference you can see and feel when you step out of my chair. That's how I work. I am 110% old school, and I like to say that I take care of people from the neck up. And I used to tongue-in-cheek say, Tanner Guzzy takes care of people from the neck down. I take care of people from the neck up. You want to check out Tanner Guzzy, G-U-Z-Y. If you are fashion challenged or give a damn about fashion in any way, Tanner can help you out. He really can. And I'll put links for his services down below. You will not be disappointed. Okay? A letter or letters from viewers. Make Afros great again. Hell yeah. Thank you for everything so far, George. You make me think deeply. Expect a video from me within the near future. Peace from Sweden. All right. Peace to you as well. I have watchers from all over the world that communicate with me on a regular basis. I like to highlight the positive ones. The reason why they said make Afros great again is because I used to work with black women who wore wigs, weaves, and extensions, which if you ever wore dreadlocks, for instance, people who wear dreadlocks have a lot of weight pulling on their hair follicles. And what happens is after, 10 years of wearing dreads, they might want to hit the reset button and start over again. So people would sit in the chair and I would literally take the clippers and buzz off these long locks. But what happened was that the follicles are so used to being pulled in certain directions, you would see where each lock was. Even with a buzzed head, you would see the pattern. And what I would have to do is, over a period of weeks, just keep buzzing them down once a week and do like a really intense mineral oil and rosemary massage on the head to get the follicles healthy again. And then put red LED lights on it to stimulate the blood flow so their hair can grow in normal. If you just buzz off dreadlocks and then try to grow hair back, you're going to have some strange cowlicks and you're going to have some strange growth patterns. So I always tell people, give it 2 or 3 months of your scalp breathing again and not having, heavy weight pulling on the heavy weight from the locks pulling on it. Same thing with black women who wear wigs, weaves, and extensions. There's so many things pulling on their hair that when they want to go natural, or as we like to affectionately call in the hair industry, be naturalistas, I would buzz them down and do 2 months of weekly scalp massages on them so their hair will grow in normal again, and then teach them how to twist the hair and create locks rather than adding fake hair to it. And some of the fake hair looks great. Let's get real. When you see a black woman with long flowing hair, that's not her hair. And I think everyone has come to realize that. Most people have anyways. But to me, there's Nothing more beautiful than a black woman allowing her natural look to be expressed and not hiding it, not being ashamed of her hairline, not being ashamed of how her hair grows. And it's just so beautiful the way it is, because many black women grow up straightening their hair with very strong chemicals that would burn your skin. Like, you burn the hair, burn the skin, and it causes many black women a lot of stress. And they are free from the tyranny of wigs, weaves, and extensions when they go natural. But it takes a big support network, and it takes a lot of coaching and a lot of encouragement when a woman goes natural, because many women feel that they don't look feminine. Many black women feel like they don't look feminine when they have their natural hair, especially if they get buzzed down. So one of the things we do is we shape the eyebrows, and we maybe change the makeup and change the earrings that they wear, which makes them look ultra feminine, so they can keep their femininity. One of the reasons why they don't do it is because they feel less feminine. And there's so much pressure in modern day culture for a black woman to have hair like Beyonce, which is all fake hair. And that's what young girls are growing up with. And it's very difficult for them to stay natural. Very difficult, because it's like a drug. Once you start the whole addiction and the behavior of wigs, weaves, and extensions, it's a rabbit hole that you get stuck in. It's actually a trap. It's a trap. And it's a cultural trap. It's not an actual trap. It's a contrived cultural trap. And if you are a black woman watching this, I can help you with that. That's something that it's my pleasure to work with you and do. So you can contact me. And men travel from all over the world to come sit in the chill chair. Women don't. But I'm open to it if that's something that you're interested in. Okay? That's just between you and I. All right. Next would be, I am 55 years old, changing careers, moving west, getting unstuck. Need to get my beard under control. I'm about 5 hours from Philadelphia, but willing to travel to your salon. Can I schedule a full cut beard trim and men's facial treatment? I need to start my new gig looking sharp. Perhaps we can smoke a bowl of L.J. Peretti's Burley afterward. Thanks, Bob. Yes, Bob, I did return your email, and we can do that. I would prefer it to be the end of the day. That way we can go outside and sit on the porch of the salon and smoke a bowl together. That would be fun. It probably needs to be the last appointment of the day. What I don't do is I don't smoke a pipe in the beginning of the day or in the mornings, because I don't want to smell like smoke with people, because I'm this close to people all day long at the salon. But I'm more than happy to kind of detail you up like a Ferrari. That's what I say. Like, for instance, if you had a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, what you're not doing is taking it to the quick auto ranch and have a bunch of, paid under the table illegals, descend upon your car. You take it to a place where they bring your car inside and they clean it, and they pay attention to details with cotton swabs and toothbrushes, and every single square centimeter is perfect. That's how I treat you from the neck up. Absolutely perfect. Nothing out of place. Something that you can duplicate the next morning. It's a good thing. We put more money into our cars than we do, you search for the best computers, you search for the best clothes, you search for the best house, you pay money for a good steak, but you go cheap when it comes to your haircut. A good haircut isn't cheap, and a cheap haircut isn't good. A good beard trim and sculpting isn't cheap, and a cheap one isn't good. And you do get what you pay for. So, Bob, I would be happy to serve you, sir. Absolutely. And then another part of our Friday morning. This morning is going to be a package by Micah. Micah is from Missouri. I can't even pronounce the name of the town. Micah sent this to me. And this is a Northfield UN-X-LD, a number 44 Buffalo Jack 100 or a 1095 carbon steel cartridge brass frozen forged premium pocket knives. Well, son of a gun, made in the United States. Let's check this out. With Coca-Cola wood. Okay, we got like a little pin here that says 44 Buffalo Jack. See that? Oh, and such a badass knife. Oh my God. And it's got a brass cartridge inlay on it. Oh, that is magnificent. 2 knives. Strong. Made in the United States. Love it. And then the smaller one. Oh my God. This is the kind of knife that I had when I was a kid that I still have. Look at that. Isn't that magnificent? Solid brass. Hefty. Chunky. This is going to have to be in my pocket. You know, it's funny, when people get brass, a lot of times when they get something made of brass, they're always polishing it. I like the natural patina that brass gets and copper gets, and then maybe polishing it once a year or something like that. But I love the look of used things. This wood grain is, I don't know if this camera can show you this wood grain. It's just, I don't know Coca-Cola wood, but it's it looks like teak, very solid. Chunky, hefty, feels good in the pocket. I like this because it'll go right to the bottom of my pocket right away. So Micah, thank you very much for this. That is appreciated, and this will be put to good use. And this is, I like always carrying knives. I'm a knife guy from way back. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. And with that, well, I already finished my coffee. You're going to have to finish yours, and I'm getting ready for my second cup. I'll see you Monday on the Daybreak Show, and over the weekend, there's going to be Best of the Sultan and some other things. I might be doing a live broadcast tonight, continuing for folks that have gone through a breakup, surviving and thriving after a breakup. I will announce when that will be tonight. It will be a live broadcast and Q&A. If you haven't joined the channel, please do so. It's only $4.99 a month. And there's going to be special live broadcasts just for members of the channel. If you're not a member of the channel, you still get the Daybreak Show. You still get Best of the Sultan, everything that you've already seen. Members will get above and beyond and private access to me, specifically answering your questions out of the hundreds that I get every single day. So go get your coffee. Start with chopsticks. Drink it out of an unstuck coffee mug. Communicate the message to you that you're going to get unstuck. You're going to be free. You're going to release the ballast like a hot air balloon and rise and elevate in your life, because 2019 is the year that you get unstuck. If you doubt it, then you will stay stuck. 2020, think about this. You can go back 3 years on these videos. And I used to say 2016 is the year that you get unstuck. 2017 is the year that you get, and I've been saying this every year. Some people finally do get unstuck with just the data and the information that they receive here. Others need the coaching, and that's okay. That works quite well. I can show you how I did it. If you want to just keep going back through all the videos and find out for yourself, you can do that as well. But the option is there for you. Be on the lookout for tonight's live broadcast, and I hope you join me.